Good morning and welcome to Morning with Automotive Grace. This morning we're out in the countryside. As you can see, it is beautiful here. We're in Brockenhurst and we're doing a little bit of camping. I was hoping to get some footage done yesterday, but of course my expensive camera was on blink again. So I just wanted to show you how we got here and what we're doing. And there she is. That is Daisy, our 1964 VW Splitscreen Campervan. And the trip down here is about 3 hours drive. Nice, easy going. And then we set up our camp here. In the window there you can see Morris the Beagle. Yes, let's have a quick look at Morris. And he loves it, we love it. It's just lovely getting away from it all and being in Daisy, our classic camper. Well, just a very friendly place to be. Everyone waves at you, everyone gives you the thumbs up and flashes their lights. No one bothers you when you're driving slowly. It's just a happy vehicle, and we love it. I thought I'd just give you a quick glimpse of that, as we didn't have any footage from yesterday or the trip down. So yeah, we'll speak to you later. Bye. Morris? Welcome back to another beautiful, beautiful forested area. You saw what we got up to in Brockenhurst in the New Forest with Daisy, our camper van, and now we find ourselves in another beautiful forested area. But this time it's a very different place. We are now in High Park in Toronto in Canada. Very special place here, High Park. It's the largest public open space in Toronto. It's 400 hectares of open public property, and around a third of that is completely natural. You also have there's Grenadier Cafe. There are sports diamonds, there are tennis courts, which in winter get converted into hockey rinks. There's even a little zoo, complete with capybaras, Bonnie and Clyde. And I just love walking here. This is right in my old neighborhood. So this video, a little bit different, I guess. It's part random travel, part car show, where I'll be attending a car show, meeting up with the Toronto Triumph Club and my friends there, and part a little bit of a walk down memory lane with me here in Toronto. This is the neighborhood where I used to live when I lived in Toronto. So always love coming back here. It's got a great feel about it, many happy memories, and always enjoyed having a High Park right on my doorstep from the neighborhood where I lived, which was Swansea in Blue West Village. So I thought I would just take you along, show you a little bit about the beautiful area in High Park in Toronto. It's kind of an oasis of nature, animals, in what is pretty much one of the major cities of the world, and in most part a bit of a concrete jungle. So if you're going to come and work here, it's always nice to be able to live near High Park so that you can escape at any time and just come and clear your mind. So yeah, join me and I'll take you along and show you a little bit at High Park. Thanks for joining me again on Automotive Grace. So here in High Park, lots of beautiful animals, lots of birds, wall-to-wall squirrels, my favorite, chipmunks everywhere. We even have, on occasion, some beaver here in Grenadier Pond, which is a huge lake in High Park. Do have the occasional beaver family that come and take up residence here and cause havoc, but it's so beautiful, what's not to love? It's quite rare to see a beaver here in a city and in High Park and surrounding area, but let's see, we may get lucky. Hold thumbs. Now here in High Park, there's a large lake called Grenadier Pond, which you can see just here on my right hand side, and it is a beautiful place. We even attract the odd family of beaver, and if you look around here at the trees, they've been beaver proofed. They put a little wire around the trees to stop those little critters chewing them and cutting them down in true Disney style. They do actually do that, and can be quite a problem when they start hacking down trees. So they are all meshed up and beaver proofed as far away from the water as even here, as you can see. Oh, lucky day. There's a little beaver. You see him go under the water there. Let's just give it a minute and see if we can see him come up again. Oh, there he goes. You see him there? Well, you know you're in Canada when got little beavers swimming around. Now my wife Rachel is going to be particularly annoyed by this because we came running along here the other day and we went for a walk this morning and still didn't see any beavers. What a beautiful place, isn't it? Where else can you walk in a major city through a beautiful park and see little beavers swimming around? So as I say, still beautiful, warm. Even when there's a thunder shower, you dry off pretty quickly. I'm still wearing shorts and a t-shirt. Not much point having a waterproof here because it'll just be too warm. And you dry off pretty quickly anyway. There you can see beautiful Grenadier Pond in High Park. Now in the winter this freezes over completely, and they clear snow off some of the ice and play ice hockey on here. So I've walked across here many times in the winter. Originally in the 1800s they actually used this lake to manufacture ice. It would freeze over and they would cut out huge chunks of ice to ferry away, and I think it was called the Grenadier Ice Company here on Grenadier Lake. Obviously since refrigeration came into effect that can be made at any time, but it's a beautiful place, and it's beautiful in winter as well when it's completely frozen over. Yeah, now you've seen one of our little chipmunks. John Howard, who lived here in High Park and owned the property, gifted it to the City of Toronto for use as a public park. This is where he's buried, and the fence around his burial site is fence and gate that comes directly from St Paul's Cathedral in London. Direct link with the UK that not many people are aware of. Quite a few hills here, so I'm a bit out of breath. Really enjoying it though. Hope you're enjoying the little bit of a tour of High Park. And if you look down there, that's probably the iconic photo of High Park that many of you may be familiar with. The maple leaf, which is the Canadian national symbol. Looking down there on Grenadier Pond and Swansea neighbourhood beyond the park. To the left is Lake Ontario, to the right is Bloor Street and more residential area, which is Bloor West Village. Yeah, quite nice in a way that the sun isn't out. I haven't had to lather myself full of sunblock. So it's really nice. Take a walk through here, a place where I spent a lot of time 10 years ago now, when I lived in Toronto. So thanks for coming along. There is some car content coming up. We're going to go up and meet some of my friends in the Toronto Triumph Club, having an annual Brits by the Lake car show in Port Perry. Port Perry is sort of northeast of Toronto, about an hour and a half to 2 hours drive, just north of Oshawa, the big car manufacturing location for General Motors. Now, I realize that so far on Automotive Grace, my videos have been largely going to car events and taking you along. I don't want you to think that that's all that Automotive Grace is about. It just so happens that it is summer. There are lots of really good car events going on. That'll all change as we get to winter. But there's also going to be some random travel videos, car video combinations, much like this one. And there's also going to be a lot of working in my secret lair on my project. So there will be some event-related content, but not to worry, there will be other content as well, especially working in my secret lair. Hope that goes all well. Quite excited to get started with that. As soon as possible, I hope to reveal that project to you, and would really be interested in your feedback. There's a couple of different directions that the restoration can go in, and I'm still completely undecided which way to go, whether it's a complete pristine restoration or whether I maintain a lot of the patina. So I'll be reaching out and asking some questions and trying to get some feedback from you out there to guide me. And thanks again for joining me. I appreciate you taking the time, and more content to follow. Stay tuned. Thank you.